With 2 busy parents and 3 little kids, who has time to decorate? These chairs say, get up and go home. But we're jumping right in.
Look at this chair!
To give these exhausted parents a luxe dining room and home office worthy of tears.
Beautiful Chad, oh my God.
Are you crying?
Michelle and Chad have 3 kids under 3, so it's no surprise that the design of their dining room and office has taken a back seat. This exhausted couple needs some decorating help, and we're gonna give it to them.
We've been in this house for
Almost a year.
Almost a year.
So when we moved in, our first was actually only 21 months old. Put your bib on. And then the twins were 3 weeks old, so it was pretty crazy. I don't think he wants it.
And when we moved in, we really wanted to get the kids' rooms established and decorated so they would feel comfortable in their new home. There was no time to do anything else. I mean, we didn't have time to go to the grocery store, let alone shop for furniture. So the house kind of came to a standstill and nothing else got done. And we're just looking to have a space now that's a bit more adult-oriented, where we can once again invite our friends in and have them over for dinner or for a drink. So it would be nice to just have a few rooms that are special for Chad and I. Samantha is so mindful of the environment, and that's very important to us, having 3 small young children and being careful about the types of product that you're buying. That really sends a message and hits close to home.
Here we are, with a tiny dining table.
Yes. Well, the dining table actually was outside. It was like a patio table. When we first had the babies, we'd be walking around with them in slings, and Chad kept banging into the chandelier with his head. So we're like, let's just move the table from outside so there's no more casualties.
Okay. Casualties? These exhausted parents need help fast. Good thing we have Christian's Handiwork and Julia's Green Solutions on our side to make these empty rooms fabulous. This is Michelle and Chad's dining room and office. Michelle and Chad are big recyclers. They have 3 young children, so of course the environment is really important to them. Any vintage or second-hand furniture that we can put into the space would be awesome. They have this funky console here.
So this piece was here when we moved in.
All this beautiful, traditional, classic millwork, and then we have this 80s server.
It just hasn't been practical for us with the 3 little ones.
So you're saying I can take this away?
You can take it out.
Excellent. Can we get it out of there?
Yeah, okay. I'm sure they can resell that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. They have these 2 sconces. You can only see one of them in the shop because I think they're so high.
Basically, when we moved in, there was 2 open holes on either side, so we just wanted to get something to plug it because the room looked very, very unfinished with these 2 open holes and wires hanging out.
I think that this server dictated this light fixture and that you then went and got those sconces because all 3 of them work together, but I don't think that's your style at all.
You're right. That's exactly it.
Excellent.
We're not keeping that, are we?
I would like to see something much more dramatic in the space. A really large pendant shade.
Yes.
Okay, that has gold on the inside.
Big drum shade. And the size of it will probably depend on the table we source.
I mean, obviously this isn't the table that you want for the space because it's a much larger space and can accommodate a larger table.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to sit and you want to linger for a while, and these chairs say, get up and go home.
That's right.
You know? Okay, so new dining table. Chad would like to be able to seat 8. They're already a family of 5. Upholstered seat, upholstered back.
So 8 chairs, round table?
Yes. Then we move into the office. And it's a little bit of a strange thing to have an office next to a dining room.
So originally it's supposed to be the living room. We don't really need a formal living room with 3 little kids.
Right.
But what we do need is a place to sit and work.
I think because your sight line is from the dining room, your office still needs to feel like it's a bit of a living room.
Did you want to do some window treatments and upholstered goods in here?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the meantime, I can talk to you about this piece here. I really like your armoire. I think it fits well into this little nook here. I just feel like we're wasting a bit of space up top.
Right, and storage is key, and we don't have a lot of it. China all boxed up because we have nowhere else.
Say, what is that? So you're keeping your china in your office?
That's right.
Yeah.
There's all this dead space. I'd say about 4 feet of dead space.
So you want to be taller.
Yes.
An armoire addition.
Yes.
You want. Okay.
Let me know what you think. I know you said some sort of graphic, neutral, bits of green.
This is kind of along the lines. Well, why don't I show these fabrics to them?
Okay.
I like all of them. Definitely there's going to be something that's here.
Okay.
They have this very little desk.
You know, I wanted to tell you, I was at this hotel liquidator store last weekend. Well, we should go because they've got an incredible amount of furniture.
Oh, I'm excited. Well, let's go do that.
I'm sure we can find a table and maybe some chairs.
Michelle and Chad recently moved into this beautiful home, but with 3 little ones, they haven't had a chance to decorate it, so it's feeling a little bit bare bones. We're gonna bring it to life with a dramatic light fixture and a bigger dining table for lots of dinner guests. Good china should never go to waste, so we're sprucing up a used touch and flanking it with sconces that are much better proportioned. Michelle and Chad want to be kind to the environment, so we're going vintage galore with a bigger desk and 2 occasional chairs where the adults can lounge once the kids have gone to bed. And Christian's working his magic to lift that armoire to bigger and better heights for additional storage. When we're finished decorating this office and dining room, it will be transformed into a grown-up and comfortable entertaining area for their family and friends. With 3 little ones, Michelle and Chad have a full plate and empty rooms.
We didn't have time to go to the grocery store, let alone shop for furniture.
So we're bringing relief with an eco-friendly design filled with thrifty finds.
It's fun to find that treasure and all of that stuff.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
There's so much stuff. We can find everything in here for Michelle and Chad. That's what I love about hotel liquidators. They're in all the big cities. Anyone can shop here, and the deals are amazing.
Hotel room furniture, you know this stuff is indestructible.
It is,
right?
yeah. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Yes.
My lamp collection continues to thrive because I have to get this. I do love a tub chair.
They would fit perfectly in this space.
I'm like tub chair surfing right now.
I know.
30
The
bucks,
extra
you
money.
can't go wrong.
Yeah.
That's the fun of this place, is like you can imagine and envision the life that you can breathe into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I knew.
Oh, look at this chair. Okay, I gotta take this chair.
$25.
This is where you can get easily distracted when you're shopping in these kind of places.
We have about 8 lamps, a chair, all for you. I think we need to focus on Michelle and Chad. You go find the desk. I'm gonna go find a chair.
I think I might have found one.
Oh, it's great. Look at the depth of it.
I know.
You know, it's gonna last and last because it's not so trendy, you know?
Yeah.
It's more of just a timeless piece.
I think we should take this desk.
Sold.
How's the chair hunt coming along?
A perfect pair, the rounded back.
These are nice.
Because they're occasional chairs, they could even pull them into the dining room if they ever wanted to.
Smart thinking.
Versatile.
We'll take them. This really is the preliminary stage of the design, so there's going to be some surprises for you. Here's the thing when it comes to fabrics. They're very personal. It's like art. This is for the drapes.
So
Number 1.
that's a little crazy. I don't think I'm a huge fan of that.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're not offending me. I'm not living here. You have to live with these drapes for a long time.
I like
I
that.
think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's nice
Yes.
and clean.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the white background. I love the hit of green.
It's pretty masculine, that look.
I want to see that one just one more time.
And
I love
Michelle's not going to let that one go now. She's going to do something in the house with pillows on the bed or, you know.
We can certainly source some more, but I'm feeling this.
I think that looks great.
Okay, table. This is a solid wood table, and
Cool.
I like
I
it.
like
awesome.
I like it. I like
I
it.
didn't even finish, and you're like, cool, I like it. I wanted to get you upholstered chairs, and I was thinking of having them recovered in a very natural fabric, like a hemp.
Is hemp something that's pretty durable, or?
It's an upholstery-grade fabric. If you get a little stain, you just spot touch it.
Okay.
Imagine this pendant shade
Okay.
in a black silk, and then on the inside, painted gold. The gold reflects beautifully. It's like candlelight almost, so everybody looks gorgeous.
Oh, this sounds good.
I love the colors that you've picked in your home. The only color I'd want to change is the office.
Yeah, that's great, because that was sort of the look we were going for in the house, is to have the gray palette.
Excellent. Your armoire. We're going to lift that armoire up and have a couple of drawers underneath, so you can
Really?
store paper in there, files, any office supplies that you
Ooh, I
want.
like that.
That's Christian's project.
Oh, that sounds great.
We convinced him.
It's gonna lift it up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Something surprising, because you never would have thought to do that,
Yeah.
to raise it up and put drawers in.
Well, we have lots of surprises in store. Julia's at a specialty lighting boutique to find new sconces made out of recycled metal. Mood lighting that looks good and is good for the earth. Those old hotel chairs we found are getting painted in a classic gray, and we're reupholstering them with gray seat cushions but adding a hit of green on the backs for a touch of elegance with flair. That old desk is getting new life with some black paint. The dining room is on track, but in the office, we've hit a snag.
Unfortunately, the fabric that you chose for the drapes is not available. So I brought some other options. I think they're good options.
Right off the top, I like these two. Now, Michelle and Chad still have to approve them, but let's make sure that these will work with the other samples they've already agreed to. So, black fabric,
Yeah.
this carpet, this is possibly an accent somewhere. This is for the dining chair. Oh, I like where this is all going.
We're gonna have another piece of furniture to go in there that you wanted. That
Yeah.
cabinet.
Nice, clean, simple lines, not too ornate.
Nope.
Why don't we map out where the hutch is gonna go and then determine where the sconces should be in relation to the hutch?
Right.
6 inches away from the cabinet is where the farthest reaching arm should be.
You got a minute? Talk about the
Of course.
armoire over here?
Yeah.
For the bottom, we want to build a cabinet, right? What I wanted to find out from you was just how big it should be.
I think that it should go as close to the ceiling as you can get.
Okay, so we want to leave room for the crown molding, maybe 36.
I like it.
You okay with that?
Yep. I love it. That's gonna look good. Michelle and Chad are on board so far with our eco-green design.
I like it.
Awesome! And even I've been having some fun with their living room and office makeover. Okay, I gotta take this chair. Sorting through thrift finds is one thing, sorting through scrapyards is quite another. We wanted some unique artwork for the space, and Heidi Leverty creates astonishing photography out of the most unexpected finds.
The first time I went to a scrapyard, I saw all those beautiful bales of cardboard and metal, and I wanted to photograph it. They're there to be photographed. They're begging to be photographed. I photograph all kinds of things, especially a lot of cans of all kinds. One bale of cat food cans is about maybe 2 tons, and there's maybe 10 bales that morning. It made me very aware of how much we consume and waste. I see sculptures and I see form and texture. I don't see garbage.
What is this?
Those are cat food cans.
They look so glamorous.
Yes, they look
They're
glamorous,
gold
don't
and
they?
blue and-
I'm making them glamorous, cat food cans.
Can I guess what this is?
You can. It's easy.
But there's this black stripe. It's cardboard.
It's cardboard.
But is it giant stacks
It's
of
a
cardboard?
giant stack and it's cardboard boxes.
I think that this is a piece that I would like to take for the home I'm working on. They recycle like crazy, and I think that they would appreciate this piece.
Maybe like this.
I can't wait to get those cardboard boxes up on the wall, but not before paint goes up. We're finally installing sconces for Michelle and Chad that are just the right height. And we're making a traditional hutch modern by painting it a soft gray. The front room, which we're turning into an office, has been painted a hybrid of beige and gray. It's a subtle change from what it was before, but it also ties in with the rest of the space. It's going to differentiate the office from the dining room. I cannot believe how awesome that armoire base
Oh,
looks.
thank you. I mean, it's on its side, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? So this being the bottom, the top, it's built out of really solid 3/4-inch plywood, so I mean, it's gonna really hold this thing up. Now, I think what's really gonna pull it together, though, is the panel door I'm gonna
Right.
make, because there's some detailing in here, and that's really gonna make it look like it belongs, you know? Not much to it, really. Simple piece of stock material. The next step is how to join these together. So to make this kind of connection, I use a biscuit joiner, and that has a little blade that pushes out into the material, cuts a little crescent-shaped hole or notch. So I'm gonna mark the center at 1 1/4. I wanna line up the middle of the biscuit joiner with my mark that I made earlier. Now that little blade made this little cut, and this is the biscuit, and that goes into the slot made by the biscuit joiner. Now, when gluing wood to wood, I like to use a lot of glue. It's the glue that does the work here. And then I actually use the biscuit to spread the glue and push the joint together. Now, these are firmly clamped in place. I'm gonna let them set for a few hours before I take it to the next step. But here's one that I set up a few hours ago. It's already been sanded smooth. I got rid of the excess glue. What I wanna do now is route her out an edge so that a panel can fit in there. The finishing touch, the panel molding that's gonna fit in here. And when I mount these doors to the base of the armoire, it's gonna look like a seamless addition.
Michelle and Chad's hands were a little too full to tackle their space. So you're keeping your china in your office.
That's right.
And it's finally time to give Mom and Dad a sophisticated place to relax. Buying dining chairs is a big decision, and the reason why is because they're so expensive. They're expensive because they're really difficult to make. Multiply that by 4 or 6 and you're making a huge investment. Now, out of these 4 chairs, I'll show you which 2 I think are the perfect proportion for our classic black table. This really isn't working because this chair has more of a country style. It's also black and it's a bit too matchy-matchy. I'd like to see something with contrast. This is a statement chair, and I like the way it works with the table. I don't mind that the wood finish on the chair doesn't match the black glossy finish of our table, and I definitely like the faux ostrich and the nail head detail. However, for Michelle and Chad, this is a little bit too formal, and that is not their style. I love a Chiavari chair. The only thing is that this chair does not work with our table. The proportion of it is too small. It has this very delicate open back. This chair is really going to work with our table. Now, the reason for that is because its high back is substantial and it can compete with the weightiness of this glossy black 60-inch table. I would come to a dinner party here. Michelle and Chad's dining room used to be drab, but we took care of that and turned it eco-glam. And their bare-bones home office is full of treasures old and new. For work, for play, but best of all, for the adults.
Wow. Look at the size of that light.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Holy dining room.
Look at
There's
that.
like eye candy everywhere. Like, where do you look first?
This room looks amazing. It looks totally different.
Beautiful, Chad. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Are you crying?
Don't cry because you'll make me cry.
Okay, thank you.
Great job, man.
It was breathtaking, spectacular. I couldn't stop staring at the hutch at the back. It's a piece of jewelry in the room.
We found this at a vintage store. I wanted it to have glass doors so that you could put your china
I saw
into
the
it.
china. I know. Hello. We've missed you for 8 years.
And the china speaks to your personality because it's classic in terms of its coloring, but it's got a little bit of bling.
And then the sconces. Those are magnificent too.
I like that when they're on, they read almost as a golden color. And the reason why I love that it reads as gold is because the inside of your shade, we had painted gold.
Really?
And I know, Chad, that your big request was to make sure that we had a table
There's your round table.
that seated at
awesome.
least 8 people.
The biggest thing that hit me was the table, the round table in the center of the room. It was really bold.
Yeah.
This is great.
I hope my cooking's up to snuff
table's
because this
awesome.
dining room's saying, prepare something delicious. It's amazing. It's amazing, Chad.
I'm gonna let you walk into the
Okay.
office first.
Oh, look at the armoire. Oh my goodness.
Is this not incredible?
Wow, those things matched.
Yeah. I always say that Christian is a master carpenter, and when I saw this piece, he just completely took my breath away. Now, this was such a big piece that we had to have it painted on site, and it's painted the identical color of your wall
Love that.
so that it just recedes right back into the wall. And your desk.
Let's talk about the desk.
Let's talk about the desk. Jules and I went to a hotel liquidation warehouse. We had this sprayed in a coat of off black because we wanted to pick up on some of the softer tones in your space.
Yes.
As well as the curtains.
The curtains.
Nice.
These are screaming, look at me, how fabulous am I?
The chair is a banker's chair, also
Oh,
vintage.
That's very cool.
Oh, I feel like I'm at work in this thing.
Who needs to go into the office
Nice.
when you've got an office like this at home?
These chairs,
They
These are cool.
gorgeous.
also from the hotel liquidation
No,
warehouse.
Really?
really?
And these are real statement chairs.
They are.
And we picked them up for a steal.
Even though this is the office, can't you just see us? Kids are in bed, let's have a little glass of wine and just sit here and
Yeah,
take in our new office. right?
Adult space.
It's adult space. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. The photography on the walls, is it photography or
photography.
it's just show-stopping too.
Heidi Leverty is incredible. She photographs things that are about to be recycled.
Okay.
Those are just stacks of cardboard boxes that would have been thrown out.
what they were.
Yeah.
Now I
Cardboard
see it.
boxes
I see
sideways,
it now.
right?
Yes.
And then the one behind you, this is
I
just
love that.
bundles of paper.
These are major conversation pieces for sure.
Wicked.
The beautiful photographs on the wall, which are essentially just snapshots of recycled material, that really captured
That's
us.
really cool.
The hemp chairs as well, which is made out of eco-friendly fabric.
I also like the fact that all the pieces weren't just purchased brand new from stores. There was a lot of recycled pieces from old hotels and recycled shops and places like that. So I think that's very important.
You captured it. Oh my goodness, you nailed it. You are a talented person, my goodness. Let's call our friends and have a party.
Chad and Michelle finally have an office where they'll want to work from home and a dining room where they can throw classy dinner parties. Hope I'm invited.
She did all this to our room. What do you think, buddy?
Thank you, Dad.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Oliver. Oliver, Christian told me that you build a lot and that you use tools. What kind of tools do you use?
Hammer.
Hammers?
A wood chipper.
You have a wood chipper?
Really?